Good afternoon, Smithville. I'm Mrs. Rohaly, and I'm the band director at Smithville Elementary School. For today's lesson, I'm going to share with you the instruments of the brass family. Now, all brass instruments are made by a series of metal tubes and a bell. So I wanted to demonstrate for you kind of how that works, just with a plastic tube and a funnel to act as the bell. So if you were to just blow air through a brass instrument, there wouldn't be any sound. There has to be some sort of vibration for the sound. And brass instruments get that vibration from the performer's lips. So what all brass players need to do is buzz. And you can do that by placing your lips close together and buzzing. I know that's kind of a strange sound, but that's how they make the sound. So if I take my mouthpiece and place it in the tube, and I now buzz on the mouthpiece, swirl this around here. Now I can get a sound, but I can only get a couple of different sounds. So what they've done when they designed brass instruments is they've added valves and slides to change the notes. So our trumpet here, one of our smallest brass instruments, has 3 valves, and we can move the valves in different positions to get all the other notes that are in between. And to get the notes in between, now there are other brass instruments that don't necessarily use valves, but they may use a slide. And that instrument is the trombone. You'll notice the trombone has a much larger mouthpiece. So this time when we buzz our lips, it's going to be more like a horse. Okay? And again, one big long tube. And if I want to get the different notes in between, what I'm going to do is move my arm to different positions. And I have a lot of students ask, well, how do they remember where to put their arm? And what we do is we memorize the trombone position. So 1 is all the way in, 2 is halfway to the bell, 3 is at the bell, 4 is just past the bell, 5 and 6 is as far as you can reach for most students. So here we go. All right, there's our trombone. Now, all brass instruments have a bell, and they're directional, which means that wherever you point the bell is where the sound is going to go. So if you've been to our concerts or our assemblies, the brass players often sit towards the back just because if they were near the front, you wouldn't hear anybody else. So we're going to go ahead and show you a different brass instrument. This one is called the French horn. And remember I said the instruments are directional? When we play the French horn, the bell actually points away. And it gives it a very different sound. Now I want you to listen to this sound effect. I'm going to change the note. What I've done is I've muted the sound by closing my hand over the hole. I'm going to back up so it's not too loud. If you've ever watched a performance where trombone players, brass players are playing and they're holding what looks like a toilet bowl plunger at the end, or they've got something sticking out of the bell of the instrument, that is called a mute. And mutes on brass instruments are used to create all different kinds of sound effects, makes the sound quality a little bit different. So playing a brass instrument can be loads of fun. And I hope you've enjoyed learning about some of the different brass instruments that we have. I hope you're a part of our band. I'll be sharing some more of the instruments with you the next time that we tune in. And for your enjoyment, I've added some of the band students' recordings. It is May 4th today, and so our students have been recording music from Star Wars. if you are interested in the music, it is composed by John Williams, who is known as a very famous film composer. And if you watch any movie and you're like, oh, I didn't know people wrote music just for movies, wait until the credits, all the little words and stuff on the black screen go up. Go towards the end and they'll list the people who wrote the music that goes to that movie. So I hope you enjoyed today, and I hope you enjoyed the videos of all of our students who wanted to share their music with you. And be sure to stay tuned for the class codes if you are in band and want to add some of your videos next time. Everybody take care and enjoy your lunch. Bye-bye.